It's an exciting live. I went live early, so I'll wait for... Let's see if I can do that. Hey everyone. This is an exciting live. I have a lot of good stuff to talk about. How are you guys doing? I'm really hyper. Although I'm trying to stay calm, I'm really hyper. I'll tell you guys why in a minute. I'll just let a few people jump on. Hi, Aber. How's it going? Thank you so much. It's funny that you say that because it's one of those get out of the shower, whatever type of thing. Virtual hug, Rana. Sending you a virtual hug. Hi, Andrea. Esmeralda, how are you? How you guys doing? So I know I'm a little early on my live today, but I was super excited and I was sitting here. I'm not going to wait to just go on my live. Yeah. I have different music on today, guys. I have like more upbeat. It's called Deluxe Sensation Ambient Chill Out Music Lounge. That's what it's called. Oh, now and then that's great. So it's chill out. We're excited to know. Yeah. Distancing from father, boundaries are hard. Well, Mel, this is the live for you because I'm going to be talking about boundaries, especially with fathers. We're going to talk about that too because I had to set boundaries a few months ago at the early summer with my father. And it was hard. And I had to step away from him for a few months. And then I have some news today that's pretty exciting. So you never know what can happen within months. You never know how your life turns. So I have a couple of things that are mixed up together that I want to talk about. So I want to talk about Mercury in retrograde. And today I'm going to explain the scientific part of it. Hi, Wilo. How's it going? I know I'm a little early. I'm going to wait to jump into the whole Mercury retrograde. And I want to talk about something that happened to me that I really want to share with you guys. It's something that I've not really talked about, but it may affect someone because I'm in shock today of how the law of attraction worked so well and so clear that I was like I'm still in shock. I'm like, this is weird what happened. But it has to do with Mercury in retrograde. So I'm just going to wait till 12 because I know it's supposed to go on at 12, right? Do I have French in you? Yes, I'm half French. My mother is French. You recognize the accent? You can hear it a little, right? Hi, Leo. Yes, I'm actually perfectly bilingual. I went to French school. Thanks for sharing the live, Wilo. Melanie, yes, you too. So I'm trying to sit. Guess what? Look, I'm wiggling around. Good news, my rib is very good. Hi, Layla. I'm very good. I'm really good today, and I want to talk to you guys about. Well, first, I'm gonna get into something. I want to first start since it's right before 12. I'm gonna let you guys know. I got a gift from someone. I'm a big fan. Thanks, Cece. I'm a big fan of you guys too. Do you have any India in you? Well, I live, actually here, you can see it, the Ganesha. You can see them very far away. Anyway, I live with, anyway. Okay, so let's get into what I wanted to say. So I want to start, hold on, I'm gonna unplug my phone. So I'm gonna start, hey Julia, Cece, I'm so excited. Okay, listen to this. So I have a few, this is gonna be a really good live, okay? I was so excited. I wanted to start my live at like 10 a.m. I was like, oh my God. So for anybody who's going through a hard time, this live is for you. Like if you are even struggling in any type of anything, physical, emotional, whatever, hey Mark, this is, and it's to the point that I can't upload my lives, okay? I can't, for some reason, it won't let me, but I'm gonna do my best to upload this one to YouTube. I'm gonna try, maybe I'll log on another phone. He's not listening. Anyway, I'm gonna try to upload this live on YouTube because it's gonna be a killer live, okay guys? So I wanna start this live by saying thank you to Natalie. She is from Kindred. Oh my God, I'm not saying it properly. Give me a second. Give me a second. Where's the box? Here. Okay, sorry guys. Totally best live ever. Bye. Okay, here. I said it. Kindred Creations. I was right. Kindred. Oh, it's opposite side. She sent me this note, and I'll show you what she gave me. And if you guys are on Instagram, you can follow Kindred Creations. Okay, look what she gave me. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. So this is my you're seeing my house. Okay, so this is my little, see, this is my music playing. This is when I do my lives. This is how I do my lives here, guys. This is my little table. And look, that's what she gave me. Now, give me a second. Look at this, guys. Look at this. And it's a quartz crystal that was dyed turquoise. And the reason why I wanted this is because I don't know if you guys have ever seen my living room. Well, this is my den. I can't show you my living room because my boyfriend's in there right now and he doesn't want to be filmed. So this is my living room and it matches. So anyway, if you guys want to follow her, Kindred Creations, I put this right here beside my Buddha. This is what's happening here. See, and I have my big light. You know, you guys want to laugh? So I don't have a little light. You know the little light? My ring light doesn't work. So I got these lights. I'll show you. I bought these lights, which are way too big for a regular live, but I bought these lights for my watch parties with Gaia. Okay, now see how I'm out of breath? This is gonna relate to the next thing that I'm about to tell you, okay? You're inviting, okay, perfect, Rana. You're inviting me to have cheesecake. So I wanna talk to you guys about, actually it's involving cheesecake, so this is something, give me a second. I haven't walked around and did a lot in the last week and a half since I broke my rib. Hi, spread love and light. Okay. Listen to this. Take it easy. Thanks, Philo, I know. All right. I want to tell you guys some huge news and what's going on. And this is going to help anybody who's struggling in any aspect of their life that they feel stuck or they feel like something's off, whatever. Now, I'm going to be very transparent with you guys. This is not something I talk about. A few guys, I think Julie and Cici may know, and I know that Philo too, maybe Mark, you were on it. Is cheesecake accepted for vegetarians? Yes, it is. It's not vegan. Well, you can make some vegan ones, but I used to work out a solid from 6 days a week, 4 to 6 days a week, okay? Years and years ago. Not that many years ago. I'd say 3 years ago or more, okay? All the time. I either went to the gym, I was part of a fit club, I was working out constantly. I did not work out when I was young, and I was struggling with my weight. My physical self, so those who don't know me, my physical appearance, I hated it for years. That was one of my biggest self-hating struggles. Okay, like physically, I was like, my best day. I was like, oh, I'm not bad today. That's like my top of the line best day. My events have been ruined because of myself. So I don't know if some of you guys can relate. If you're feeling physically insecure, whether you feel like you have a big belly, your face is not right, your arms are too big, your legs, your hips, your whatever it is, when you go to an event with people, I remember looking at people who didn't care about their physical appearance, and they would sit there and just talk and just laugh. And I was like, I wish I could do that, because I'm sitting down going, I better wear a loose shirt because my fatness is going to stick out. Oh my God, why am I have to sit like this, and my hair. Like, I was so insecure that my secondary thought was what was going on. My first thought was so much of, oh my God, what do I look like? What do I feel disgusting. I'm in a room and my legs are, oh my God, I don't want to get up. And then when you stand up, you know how your pants, you have to like pull up the pants, and is my belly popping out all over the place? And like, I remember that every part of me. And then I look at pictures now of how I was not, I was not big. I was never whatever. But even then, even when I was, because I really fluctuated in my life, and I was like, I didn't look bad. Why was I so judgmental on myself? And I remember one time I went out with all my friends. We went to some club, and we're in Toronto. We drove down to Toronto, and we're in a club and we're dancing, and everybody was having so much fun. And all I could think about is, my shirt is stupid. Why did I decide to wear this? Oh my God, my face. Nobody's like, and I remember not one guy, like all my friends were getting picked up by guys. This is like before my daughter. And my friends were getting picked up. And I remember saying, nobody ever approaches me. I must be either a bitch face, I must be ugly, I must be this. And I remember everything about me, everything. See how my eyes, I say, oh, my eyes are too big. But I have been told the thing. So I've been told, some people, oh, you're so pretty. And then some people say, you're ugly. And to me, I was like, that person's telling the truth. But then throughout the years, I realized that the reason I believed that person is because I believed it. We choose to believe. There can be 10 people in a room. One person says, you're ugly. I'm like, oh, the other people are lying. You're telling the truth. Like, I was so struggling. Now, this is the good news that I want to tell you guys, okay? Here I am, still feeling this. So I'm just like you guys. I want to let everybody know, and I tell you guys all the time, there is no person in the world, no Tony Robbins, no Sadhguru, no, everybody struggles with everything in their life, with anything. Oh, and by the way, I've had 6 surgeries. So my stomach is completely scarred. And I had to go to the doctor recently, and the doctor was looking at my stomach, and I looked away. I couldn't look at him looking at my stomach because I was so like, oh my God. And you know what's crazy? I went down to 123 pounds of pure muscle working out. Do you know that I still felt the same? I still felt the same. It didn't matter my weight. I still, at 123, working out 4 to 6 days a week. I was drinking smoothies, full, like super healthy. I had only 1 cheat meal a week. Like, I was actually to the point that, I don't know if some of you guys know this, I started to teach people about nutrition. I took training on it, and I gave eccentrics classes. So in the summer, it was for free, and we would gather everybody around our community, and we had like 30 people in the park every weekend. A whole bunch of people would show up, and we would do workouts. And that's actually kind of how my boyfriend and I met. He was coming to my workout classes. Okay. I'm 5'7". Okay. So I went from that, and then I met my boyfriend, and then it's a long story, but I stopped working out and I started eating baguettes. No, baguettes with brie and camembert and all that. And so it's not body dysmorphia. I realized that because body dysmorphia, it goes completely unhealthy, really, 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 really bad. What was happening with me, and I have good news after this. I'm not just telling a story to just have no, end to it. So throughout the years, I kept feeling like this. I did Joe Dispenza. I did every meditation possible. I have everything. You have gained weight. Yeah, yes, I have gained a lot of weight. So about 2 years ago, I had, for years and years, Jade actually is on here. She struggles with that. I don't know if any of you guys struggle with endometriosis. Any women on here who have had endometriosis. So I struggled with it for years, and my doctor gave me medication. And the medication makes you gain weight and gain here. It's a big side effect, okay? And it was a trial, and don't ask me why. I am so not somebody that does trial medications. I don't know, he was very convincing. I was like, yeah, sure, okay. 2 months, I did this. My chest size was already very large. It grew even bigger, okay? About a size and a half bigger, and I was already struggling with it. And then I started gaining weight, and long story short, gyms were closed throughout COVID. Gyms. Oh, and I couldn't have a hysterectomy. I couldn't have any of that because I have a kidney right there. So my kidney is right above the endometriosis lining. So they said I have 10% chance of survival, so I couldn't get surgery. But I don't have it anymore. That's another story, maybe for another live. I took this medication and I just started gaining more and more weight. So right now, and we take medication, exactly. You're bipolar, you get medication, all sorts of stuff, and even COVID. I couldn't go to the gym. And yes, exactly. Okay, so whatever weight we are, we look good. So look, my brain has been saying, whatever weight you are, you're great, whatever. But the realistic part is, as much as nobody can shake me. Somebody can call me a fucking bitch, stupid, whatever, you are dumb, and I could sit there and I'd smile. Nothing shakes me of how I have so much internal self-love, nothing shakes me. But if you look at me and said, physically, you don't look so good. Right away, right stab in the heart. Ooh, because my physical self-love, and I've talked to you guys about this because I'm on the journey with you guys. I'm on the journey with you guys of learning this. But I have really insane news today that is so messed up. And I really want to share this. I want to do a YouTube video about this because this is crazy, because I have been struggling with it. I've been struggling with, I need to work out. And then the day I get ready to work out, I have no energy. And then I made a day, I'm going to start this day. And then 2 days before the day, my rib cracked. I was like, is this a joke? I was so angry because I was like, to be honest, I'm not happy with myself. Like a lot of us are, male, female, any gender, whatever you are. It's hard it's like we struggle with how we look any kind of way. I hear people say my forehead's too big. I have a 5 head. I don't have a 4 head. I've heard this. Like everything to me, there's a lot about my body. So what did I do recently? And I said, I'm going to sit there. So every time I meditate, and I've been doing this for a year, guys. Cece, you remember how I don't know, you were there, right? I think I talked about it like when I first started my TikTok, I was talking about this. And when I meditate, I put my hand wherever I hate the body part. So let's say I hate right now my stomach. My stomach is by far one of the things I'm struggling with the most to accept right now. So every time I meditate, I put my hand on my stomach and I tell my stomach, I love you. Thank you for carrying me through this journey. Thank you for being there for me. Like, I'm really, you know how I talk to you guys about how affirmations, you have to like convince yourself and eventually whatever, right? Hi, Dale. So imagine you're like I was holding it. Let's say my arms, I've been worried about, ew, my arms, my fatness. That's what I call it. All the fatness on my arms, da, da, da. I can't fit in any clothing except you guys see me in this and sweats. You guys don't see it. I'm either in leggings or in sweats. I don't feel good about myself. I'm getting older. So a lot of you guys don't know, I'm 39 years old. I don't mind saying my age. I'm getting older. And when I was 35, I didn't notice this. And all of a sudden at 39, I'm like, well, this is not tight anymore. Why is it loose? What is happening? And I'm like, oh, I get it. And then I was like, I'm still, right? I'm like, what's going on? Like, wait. And now I understand, you know, people get the facelifts and, do you know what I mean? It's not about being older, who's younger. That's not at all what I'm talking about. That's why I don't want people to compare right now, say, hold on. At this point, so I remember when I just first hit 30. I don't know if anybody here was 30. And I noticed at 30, when I bend down, I couldn't get back up, like, bing. You know how like when you're in your 20s and you bend down and then you pick up something and then you can get back up, like just dunk, dunk. And then you hit 30 and you're like, you bend down and you go, what the? And you got to hold something. Oh shit, hold on. And then, right? It's a small adjustment. And then you hit 40 and you're like, there's something new. And then you hit 50 and you're like, oh, okay. And then you hit 60 and there's always something, right? So there's natural things that happen to us that we're like, Now, what I want to say from this is 2 days ago, talk about manifestation and law of attraction. So do you know how on Tuesday, who was here on Tuesday for my guided meditation? Do you remember I did a guided No, it wasn't Tuesday. When did I do? Oh, Sunday. Sunday. I went on YouTube on Sunday and I did that was not 2 days ago. I'm totally lost in my days. On my guided meditations, I said acceptance. Do you remember Wilo? Yeah, you're the only one on there. Do you remember Wilo? I said acceptance. Today's meditation is about acceptance. And what happened was Saturday night, it was just 2 or 3 people on YouTube. Saturday night, I had this insane revelation. Insane revelation. And I was sitting there and I said, my issue is acceptance for certain things. You know how patience is already linked also? Think about acceptance, guys. We want to be the best versions. A lot of us were like, okay, what do? I want to be the best. I want to do whatever. I want to do good. I want to be better than what I was yesterday. And I was like, yes, I do. I have all these visualizations and these things that I have to manifest in my future. But if I want to manifest this, how do I live in acceptance? That means like I have a goal body that I want to get to, and the body is of where I had it before when I was really, and it wasn't about the weight, is I remember having energy in the morning. Now I'm like, oh my God, where's my coffee? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to freak out for a coffee. I want to enjoy a coffee. I don't want to have to need a coffee. Do you know what I mean? I need the tea. Give me my tea. Like, I can't function without it. I don't want to do that. I want my gut to be healthy. I'm noticing that I'm like, all that stuff. And for those who don't know, you can ask my boyfriend. He's right there. How do I eat, babe? Are you listening?
Well.
Like, I eat really well. Very, very well. Very rarely do I have so here in Quebec where I am, we have poutines, which is gravy and French fry. And we have vegetarian ones, but we get pizza, stuff like that. I don't have it. It's very rare that I will eat that. I have everything that I have, I make. Sometimes I post them on my Instagram, all that. So I just was wondering, I'm like, what's going on? So listen to this. On Saturday night, I went, the biggest problem that we all have, and this came to me while I was meditating. If ever you guys want to try this, Joe Dispenza does, my best friend's a nutritionist, and then she also trained me. So I know everything about nutrition. Everything, all the supplements that to take, every aspect of healthy carbs versus complex carbs versus simple carbs. Like, I know everything about that. So because I know it, it's great. But I realized doing Joe Dispenza that nutrition comes after, believe it or not. It's the mental state is first. Okay? The mental state is always, always number one. And I learned that through with Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, everything. And I tried everything and not even 1 pound. So listen to this, Gabby, okay? Listen to this. It's insane. Law of attraction, level 1,000,000. Visualizing a future that you want for yourself, a body that you want, health that you want, all like money that you want, love that you want. Visualizing it is great. The biggest issue that we all have is that we want it so bad. We want it now. Therefore, not accepting the present moment. We want this now or tomorrow or maybe next week. I want this next week. I'll wait a week, but I want it next week. And I realized that my journey now through, I'll talk about Mercury in retrograde in a minute, but this is involving Mercury in retrograde actually, is to find the acceptance of where I am now. So I actually said, fuck it. I am going to be this weight for a long time because I actually have to heal for at least 6 to 8 weeks. My rib is cracked. I cannot go to the gym. And I thought about it. I'm going to join the gym. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try all sorts of stuff. And I was like, I'm not doing any of this stuff. I'm not doing it. I'm going to eat what I want to eat, which I eat, like, personally me, I eat very, very well. I eat every 2 to 4 hours, depending. The breaking your fast. If you want to break your fast, the breakfast in the morning is the first meal of the day that you have to eat. Intuitive eating is what I've been doing. Exactly. So whatever you eat, you're actually eating intuitively. Means like you know what your body needs. So in the morning, sometimes I wake up, I'm like, I need a lot of fruits, like proteins and stuff like that. If you eat high complex carbs, what's going to happen is you're going to crave sugar for the rest of the day. So I know all this stuff. I have even meal plans and guides, and I have all of that. And I said, I'm going to follow whatever. I'm going to eat what I'm going to eat. But fuck it. I said it on Saturday. I'm going to accept right now that I have a cracked rib and I can't fucking work out. Fuck it. Say it with me. Fuck it. You need to say this. I'll tell you why, because of what happened this morning. I said, fuck it. And then I thought about it. I'm like, I have to join a gym. Can I tell you something? The gym, because I live on this island, okay? And where I live, I'm in the middle of nowhere. We have water and everything. The gym here is like $300 a month. Meanwhile, we have like these econo gyms that are $11 a month. 300, 11. The $11 gym is about 20 minutes or more away, half an hour away. Okay? Depending on the traffic in the morning, half an hour away. So do I want to spend $300 a month on some bougie gym, but right there, like not far? And it doesn't matter. I could be like a billionaire. I will not spend $300 a month. Okay? Or am I going to drive a half an hour and spend $11 and have to wear a mask? Going on the treadmill, working out. I'm like, I do lives with you guys. I'm going to be all like, and by the way, the mask, you guys can't see it. No, you can't see it. I did a huge facial on myself yesterday. I have full of bumps. I actually tried to do a facial thing last night. Full of bumps. I have all these bumps now. It's so weird, huh? TikTok totally See this? TikTok totally filters out the skin because my skin doesn't look this clear, okay? So I have all these bumps from the mask. I'm like, oh my God, every day I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna go to the gym in the morning. And like, what about those who have little kids, right? And the reason I didn't work out last year is because my kids were homeschooled last year through the pandemic. They were staying at home, so I didn't have any time at all to go anywhere. So here I am, not at the weight, not healthy, not this. And what did I say on Saturday? Fuck it. I'm not going to the gym. I'm not doing nothing. I can't go to the gym. But I'm spend money at the gym, drive a half an hour to the stupid gym, wear a mask, and all these creep. And I don't know, guys. I'm sorry if some of you guys do go to the gym. I am so like, I know projections, right? Right? I make videos on it. I have clients that I teach about projection. And then there's people there, and then they look at you and they're like, and then I'm like, oh God. And then they try to talk to you and leave me alone. And it's just like, I look around, I'm like, and because I don't physically feel good about myself, do I want to work out in front of people? No. This morning, okay, I can't go hiking. I have a cracked rib. That's the whole point. So we walked every morning, but to be honest, if anybody is working and wants to lose weight, the best way to lose weight is weights. You can do hiking, you can do running and a treadmill and stuff like that. I used to be a trainer, believe it or not, doesn't look like it right now. For about 2 years, I was training, I was giving classes and stuff like that. The best cardio is good. Workouts are great. But if you are, and that's looking to tone, but if you are looking to really lose the weight, when you gain muscle, muscle burns fat, okay? So doing weights, muscle burns fat and it replaces. So then all of a sudden a muscle is this small and the fat is this big, right? And this is 5 pounds, this is 5 pounds. Even though they're not the same size, like 5 pounds of feather, 5 pounds of rock. 5 pounds of feathers would fill up this room. 5 pounds of rock would be like this. It's the same, well, it's not the same, but it's similar to like, okay? So, well, listen to this. Somebody mentions the Bowflex. So this morning, I set boundaries with my dad last year. I had to cut him off this the beginning of the year, all this stuff. So we talk, but we have like a very good boundary setting. I went to his house this morning and my dad looks at me and he says, you know, I'm really overweight. I'm not feeling so good. And you know, because by the way, for those who don't know, before I lived with my boyfriend, I rented from my dad's in the basement with my daughter. The reason I did that is because my health was not good. And I used to live alone for 6 years. I lived alone and I had nobody to help me with my daughter when I got very sick. So I lived with my dad in the basement, but it was beautiful, like full kitchen, full everything. It's like stunning basement. Do you know what he said? He's taking a room, my whole room. He's like, I just bought a full gym. I'm buying a full gym. My dad lives 3 minutes from here. And I was like, wait, what? He got everything. Treadmill, Bowflex, bicycle, weights, the whole basement, whole room, set up a TV, got the box, put the Netflix on. I'm sitting there going, I literally just said, fuck it. I'm going to give up. I'm done. I'm done trying to work out. I'm done everything. And he tells me today, he goes, you know what? Just when I say, fuck it. Just when I was like, you know what? Whatever. It's the first time in 2 years that I said, fuck it. Fuck it. Like, for real. It wasn't like, oh, fuck it. And like upset. I was actually just going, you know what? And then it's kind of like, I was doing the meditation that if you guys want to know about the acceptance meditation, it's on YouTube. I put it on Saturday. And I've been doing that meditation. Now, I don't listen to my voice. I cannot listen to my own voice do a meditation, but I'm doing it to myself. I close my eyes, I hold my stomach, and I say, I love you and I accept you and you are fine to be how you are. And I don't know why, but I say, Mr. Broken Rib, because for some reason my broken rib is a he. I'm like, Mr. Broken Rib, it's fine. Be broken. It's fine. I'm accepting where I am now. Yes, I want the ideal body, that I'm healthy. I don't want a broken rib. I don't want what I'm feeling now today. I don't want this. I want that. I want health. I want that. but fuck it. I'm going to accept what I have now. And it's not like fake acceptance. And I'm telling you guys, do you know how and it's stupid that I already knew this, but do you know the law of attraction says you have to want it and then let it go? The law of detachment. But it's not necessarily detachment, because I already felt detached. I was like, I would like this, but if I don't get it, it's not the end of the world. I want that. But if I don't get it and life brings me on another road, that's fine too. I'm very like open. So it's not necessarily detached. It's more every day not living in acceptance of what I have. If you are living, now I'll bring another story. I was living, okay, in a house. I was renting a house for 6 years, okay, with my daughter. And it was a cute little house, okay? And I was renting the whole upstairs. My ex, narcissist, I have to say narcissist so you guys can understand, was living in the basement with his mom. Okay. Now, although the entrances were cut off, it was like a duplex, they call it, like 2 houses. I'm meditating. I'm working on myself. And somebody sent me that. So learning acceptance, exactly. So I was doing all this stuff and I'm sitting there and my ex was crazy, nuts. He would park his car in front of my window and put his high beams on at night because he knew that that was my living room and I'm watching a movie with my daughter. And he would stay there for an hour. And then I'd look out and he wasn't even in the car. He just left his car on with his high beams. You know a narcissist that makes you believe that you're crazy? My narcissist was, I can't laugh. I'm laughing. Hold on. My rib hurts when I laugh. Oh my God. I'm laughing because I'm about to tell you something. For those who don't know, he talked to my cat through the door, through the walls at 4 o'clock in the morning. He was calling my cat. So my cat would wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning answering, meow, meow. Like when you call my cat, he comes. Actually, I don't know if he'll come now because he's in my bedroom. But he would talk to my cat and I didn't know. I'm like, why is my cat waking up? I went to the vet. I thought my cat was sick. I thought he had a bladder infection. Why is my cat waking up every freaking day? And then one day the power went out. This is a real, swear to God, this is a real story, okay? The power went out. And you know when the power goes out, you don't even hear the fridge, like everything just shuts down quiet, right? It's about 4 o'clock in the morning and the power goes out. My daughter wakes up from her bedroom, comes into my room. Mom, because she sleeps with a sound machine. She used to sleep with a sound. So she goes, Mom, my sound machine turned off. It's dark. I'm scared. So I said, come in the room. So she's lying in my bed with me. Yes, I've told this story in she's lying in bed with me and we hear, Miko. And I'm like, I look at my daughter looks at me, we're like, no, meow, meow. Full-blown human being meowing at 4 o'clock in the morning calling my cat. So my cat runs off the bed, because my cat sleeps with us every night, runs off the bed and goes into my daughter's room, into our room where the bathroom is, and starts meowing because he hears somebody calling him. Narcissists. This is what they do. So for months, for like 3 months, I thought I was crazy because this guy had the night shift. He would work at night and he would come back at like 3 a.m. and at 4 a.m. my cat would wake up and he would talk to my cat. So back in the day, being a little, I said, how can I make this stop? Right? I said, how am I going to make this stop? I need to move. So the day I was freaked out, to be honest, I said, there's no way, like, I don't know if anybody's familiar with narcissists. I said, there's no way. And there's so much more that this guy did. Like, he really would try to make us seem like we were crazy when he was absolutely out of his mind. So I remember thinking, how am I going to get out? I need to find an apartment. I need to leave. So I grabbed my phone. I'm looking apartments for rent. I needed to get out because I wasn't, going back to what I was saying, I was not accepting what I was living. because I was living in close proximity of a narcissist, I was like, how the fuck? And then I remember, I go, I'm meditating every day. I'm doing all this. Why the hell am I still in this environment? So if any of you guys are in a very toxic environment, either you're living with your parents or you're living with somebody that's toxic with you and you're not, or you have a lot of toxic shit happen to you and you always ask yourself, why am I in this? It's not because you attracted it, it's your fault, it's all this stuff. It's not. What I realize is when we finally accept what we're living, when we accept it, okay, that step forward within days. Like, I'm not talking, you can't fake accept it, by the way. You have to real accept it. So I remember sitting there and trying to look, because I didn't accept it. There's no fucking way I'm accepting somebody that's going to talk at 4 o'clock in the morning. So what did I do? I wrote all over Facebook. I said, and I know that some of his friends follow me. So I wrote on Facebook, what do I do with a man that's talking to my cat at 4 o'clock in the morning? And people told me, call the police, everything. Anyway, he never did it again. Because now a narcissist, he looked bad. They don't want to appear like they're crazy. They want the people to, right? They don't want to appear crazy to other people. No, everybody else thinks I'm normal. So I was like, I just put it on Facebook because I said, if I call the cops, he wins. If I do something crazy and go talk to him, he wins. Because that's what a narcissist wants. They want to trigger you that you react. When you react, they win. I'm like, I don't want any winning or losing. I just want this to stop. And I remember fighting, and I'm not kidding you guys. The day I accepted it, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna live it. Until, like, I put out there that I want something. I want to move. I want to get out of here. Whether it's in a small little trailer home, a tiny 1.5 apartment, whatever it is, I need to move. I'm going to put it out there and I'm just going to hope that the universe responds. And you know what? I said, fuck it. Do you know that the day that I said, fuck it, within 1 week, I found a place. 1 week after I finally said, you know what? I'm just going to live here with him. I'm not gonna, and I you know what? I said in that week, you know what I did? His mom came outside because he lived with his mom. His mom came outside and I was friendly with her. Hi, how are you? And she was like, oh, hi. I was friendly with his brothers, with his family, I became in full acceptance. I said, I'm gonna live here, whatever, even if it's 2 years. And he talks to my cat. So you know what I did? I said, I'll put my cat in this room. I'm going to adapt to the circumstance I'm in. I'm going to adapt and make now the best that it could be. So if you're in a bad situation right now and you are continuously trying to fight it and trying to get away, but you're still in it and you're not accepting it, come everyone, let's all say it. Fuck it. Yes. You know what though? If everybody writes that, my live may get banned. So let's maybe just F it. F it. Because I don't want my live to, like, everything shuts down. Yes, the power of now. Exactly. And make now your best now. If you F it, I like that. EFF. If you right now are living in a situation where it's shitty and you're in a bad place, you're in a bad place with a person, you're in a bad place with your parents, with your siblings or your roommate or your partner and whatever, and you are continuously like, I need to get out of here. I don't want to be in this life. I don't want to be. And a lot of people, let's say you're living somewhere and you want to move. You don't want to be living where you're living. And you're like, no, I need to get out. I need to get out. I need to this. And you're continuously feeling like that, but you can't leave because maybe the law says you can't leave, or this, or you have a mortgage. Or for me, let's say a few times I was like, I don't want to live here in Canada. I want to move to like far, but I can't. My daughter, her father, she needs to see him. I can't just take him away. It's his right to see his daughter. I can't just leave. I respect, he's a good dad. He's a very, very good dad. We're not together. That's not who I'm with. He's a very good father. He loves her. He loves her. So I am never going to do that to him ever. So I can't just leave. We have to be in close proximity so he's able to see her. Do you know what I mean? So I just became, okay, I'm living in Canada. I'm going to live here. That's it. Fuck it. F it. That's it. So every time that I said, fuck it, I saw a freak TikTok with that mantra. Really? So maybe we're all in that vibe. And me too. I felt trapped I felt trapped with a sick body. My body has made me feel trapped. When I was in about 30, I'm 30 years old. Actually, it was before that even. I was 28 years old. Okay. My brain's 28. My body was like 85, 90. It was sick. I wasn't doing well. I felt trapped in a sick body with a really, like, my brain wanted to work. I love working. I'm like, oh, I want to do this. I have all these ideas. I want to be like this. And then last week I felt trapped. I wanted to start working out. I literally was telling if I'm like, we're going to go to the gym. Gyms are open now. We're going to go to the gym. We're going to start running, hiking, doing all sorts. I'm going to lift some weights. We're going to be, and then I broke a rib. I feel trapped. I felt trapped. My rib was trapping me. And I was like, oh no, I can't do what I want. And all of a sudden, and then when I was living on top of the narcissist, I felt trapped. I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. But if we continuously don't accept the reality that we have, what you resist persists. I made a video about that. When you resist something and you are resisting it, it will persist. The reason this happens, what you resist, and you're resisting the now, it will persist and it will continue. And yeah, you may get whatever you want. You may, but it'll be in like 5-10 years from now. But the more you resist everything, what happens is resistance means fear, means anger, means, right? You're stuck in this resistance. And when you're stuck in this resistance, which I'm going to lead up to the whole, what's it called? Mercury Retrograde, because I'm going to explain the detail about what it means scientifically and astrology, like the astrology side of it. So what we need, what we're resisting, we're constantly resisting. We're resisting authority. We're resisting the government. We're resisting this person. We're resisting you. I'm resisting my ex. I'm resisting my this. I'm resisting my body. Whatever we resist, we're living in fear. And when you live in fear, there is no law of attraction. I talk about law of attraction is not positive and negative. Law of attraction is about love. When you are living in acceptance and openness, and until you find acceptance of your situation, you will all of a sudden let go. And they said manifestations happens when you let go. So I'll give you another example again. On Saturday, I let go. I said, I have this body right now that is bloated, uncomfortable. I'm not feeling good at all. I have never been so uncomfortable in my body. This is like level million that I feel, to the point that I don't put my videos live. Like I put them up here because I'm just like, I was feeling all this. Oh no, I'm going to do this. I don't feel good. And then I said, fuck it. And I went to full acceptance. And how I started, if you guys want to know how I started the acceptance of my body, is I really started focusing on, I hated my breasts. I was supposed to get the surgery, and the surgery cannot happen for a while now because of the rib, because of all this. So I actually put my hands on my breasts. I said, I love you guys. I accept you how you are. And this is my body right now. And it's okay. I put my hand on my stomach. I close my eyes. I take deep breaths. And I do not stop until I feel the love for that section of my body. Like I am not loving my stomach. So I sit there and I imagine my heart and the love and the light going into my belly and saying, I do not give you any love. My belly gets no love from me. I'm like, ew, that's so fucked up that I'm doing that to myself. So what I'm doing is I'm doing it every day. And it only started like all of a sudden, I said, fuck it. And then this morning, my dad's like, by the way, we're making a full gym. It's arriving tomorrow. His full gym, the Bowflex, the bicycle, he has a treadmill already, all the weights, all the stuff, flat screen TV, you get the whole thing. He's like, you know what you can do? Drop off the kids at school, come here every morning, whenever you want, and you do your full workout. You don't have to wear a mask. It's going to be in my house. You can come. And then he gets to hang out with me. He gets to hang out with my boyfriend, my daughter, and everything every morning for a bit while we work out together. And I went, like, I was shocked. Not because of the workout, because my dad's very sporadic. When he wants to do something, he's like, oh, let's do it. Not that. I was shocked because I'm like, I literally said, fuck it, a few days ago. I've been wanting to get in shape for 2 years. The day I say fuck it, 5 days later, I get what I wanted. And I go, damn it, Tanya. I know it works like that. I know that that's how the law of attraction works. But I forgot. So why I wanted to do this, and I wanted to do this before the whole Mercury Retrograde, is I seriously wanted anybody who forgot, like me, how the law of attraction works, live in the acceptance of now. Find what is making you happy now, okay? Completely, whatever now. If you're in a bad situation, like if you're living in a tiny crummy place and you look around and then you go on TikTok and you have all these, actually Instagram Reels kills me. Instagram Reels, I look at their houses and they have all these like the bedroom makeovers, and I'm like, I want a bedroom makeover. And then you want all those things, whatever, and you're like, oh, you look at this stuff, and I'm like, and then you're not living in the now. If you're living, listen, I want you guys to know, 5 years ago, I was living in a tiniest little house, tiniest little place. I want you, if you guys knew, I should have filmed where I used to live. We used to live in a 1.5. It's not a spot. It's called a 2.5, but there was no bedroom. Like, it was with a closet. Okay? Anything can, and the way you say fuck it. Same thing happened with my boyfriend. Do you want to show them the picture? Babe? The picture you showed me today. My boyfriend, I didn't want anything to do anymore. I was like, fuck man, I don't fuck it. I'm focusing on my life and healing myself. Fuck it. He showed up. He showed up, not on the law of attraction, by the way. He showed up when I was very negative. I had just had a big fight. My grandmother was yelling at me. She's like, you want me to die? Ah! It was this whole shit show. I was crying for 2 hours. I was like, ah. And all of a sudden my boyfriend, he writes to me because our kids were friends, and he sends me a video of Sadhguru. And he didn't know that I had just gone to his event, Sadhguru, a 3-day event with Sadhguru doing the whole inner engineering. He didn't know. He just sent me a video, and I saw it, and I was like, and it was a video about living in acceptance. Actually, what was the video called? Maybe you can check it out. I'll keep you posted. He has to look through his camera roll. That's when I said, fuck it. I didn't want nothing. I didn't think about anything. It's like when you finally accept the now of what you're living. Okay? So, could I talk about him again? Who am I talking about? Who do you guys want to know about? You keep talking about him? Could you talk about him again? Wait, who's the him I'm talking about? I'm talking about a few hymns. Joe Dispenza? No. Who do you mean by him? Let me know. Oh, Sadhguru. Okay, so those who are not familiar with Sadhguru, this is exactly how you spell it. CC, you can check out CC wrote. Sadhguru is, actually he's doing online, I don't know if you guys want, he does this online inner engineering. And it's so similar to the Joe Dispenza energy centers meditation. So if you guys are, and what it does is it locks the spine. Happy Guru, yeah. You lock the spine and you do this breath, and it's basically, they call it the Kundalini Activation. It's instead of using those words, it's just your spine. You know, when you're born, the first thing is like your spine, right? That we have energy around the spine. It is so strong. And when you do the inner engineering meditation or the Joe Dispenza energy centers meditation, you can literally feel the energy going up your spine. It is wild. Wild. I do it almost every day. Some days I don't have the physical energy to do it, but even with my cracked rib, I'm still sitting there and I go, so you take a deep breath. Actually, you guys want to try it with me quick? We'll see if you can do it, okay? Just to show you a little. Some of you guys won't feel it. Listen, it took me 4 months to feel something. So what you do is imagine your spine, okay? We're going to do this, and then I'm going to go into the right after I talk about this, we'll do the Mercury retrograde thing, okay? So picture your spine. Feel where your spine is. Like if you have to move around, feel the spine. Now, this is going to sound funny. Squeeze your butthole. He's like, what? Okay, I'm not saying the proper way. When Joe Dispenza says your perineum, okay? He goes, squeeze the perineum. So I will use the word perineum, but it's basically your butthole, okay? The whole of your butt, squeeze it. Right now, squeeze. It's awkward, right? Squeeze it, okay? So not squeezing. Now women, it's not Kegels. It's literally the base of your spine, the perineal, okay? It's not a Kegel, okay? Just, it has to be the back. So, okay? Now, what you're gonna do, okay, you have to close your eyes because you'll notice. Now, some of you, I'm sorry if you don't feel it, but it takes a while. You can practice this over and over. Take a deep breath, relax, okay? Make sure your spine is straight. Okay, so not lying down, sitting upright. Your spine has to be completely straight. Then you breathe out. And then when you breathe in, as you breathe in, you squeeze your butthole, perineum, and you'll feel like fluttering of energy going all the way up. There's 111. That's so cool. Okay, so try it. Take a deep breath out, then in. And when you do it, you'll feel this energy going up your spine. Now, some people feel it all the way up to the top of their head. They feel like till the top of your spine. You feel like a flutter, like I call it like butterflies. You feel it all the way up your spine. Okay? Now, it took me 4 months. I was like, what the fuck is this? I don't feel anything. Okay? I didn't feel anything. It made you dizzy. Exactly. So if it made you dizzy and you felt the little like, and you feel it up your neck, yeah, you feel like a weird. Now this is the Kundalini activation. It feels weird. So you guys are feeling it. Some people can't feel it at all, and some people can feel it. So the practice of the energy centers this is what you do. And Sadhguru, Joe Dispenza do very similar, because what they say is that if you want to work your pineal gland, the pineal gland, okay, so imagine this is your spine. The pineal gland is situated right at the tip of the spine. So what you're doing is flowing this energy, and it's like a straw. Like imagine like the straw is sucking up all the way to the top. Now some people only feel it till like their heart. They don't feel it here. They feel it going up, 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 and then it kind of stops at their heart. So what's happening is when it stops is that you have blockage in your energy center. Okay, so see, Kelsa, that's the same thing. So what happened to me is I didn't feel it for 4 months. I did this meditation every fucking day for 4 months. I felt nothing. I was like, what is this? I felt like I'm getting a butt workout. I'm just squeezing my ass. I'm like, this is not working at all. And then when it finally worked, it stopped, like, not at my heart, like it stopped in my stomach, like the back, the lower back. Like I just felt it in my lower back. And I was like, okay, guess what? And that has to do with, like, if you know about the chakras, the energy centers. I used to say chakras. My boyfriend got mad at me. Chakra. He's Hindu. He's like, no chakras. Don't say chakras. It's chakra. I was like, okay. So now I call them that. So what's happening is when yours stops in your lower back, if you look at all the energy centers, or the chakras that the Hindus call it, is that the base one is you have the base chakra. And then depending on where it stops, you have the specific energy centers. So then you have the base, then you have the sacral. The sacral chakra is your creativity. So if your spine is there, and let's say you have 7 points, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? The first one, if you feel it, like if you don't feel it at all, what's happening here is that you don't feel safe. You don't feel like this exercise will really work for you. You don't feel safe at all, so you're not feeling any tingling, anything in your spine. If it stops right above, just like blocked, you just feel a little, and that's it. You're feeling the creative part of you, or the sexual part of you is either you feel that sexuality is wrong, it's not good, or you're stuck, you're struggling in your own sexuality, you're stuck, there's all sorts of stuff, you're struggling with feeling sexy or feeling all that stuff, or creativity, which means that you're struggling with the creative aspect in yourself. Meaning you feel like you have something that you want to give the world, but you're stuck. You're just maybe 9 to 5, all that stuff. Then if you feel it only to the top, that's where I felt it. That's self-love, self-acceptance. You're totally stuck in the stomach. You're stuck in the stomach. It means that you have a lot of physical and self-love to work on. Then you have the heart, which is the same thing. You have a hard time loving the world, loving people. You don't like people. You want to stay. It kind of stuck. Then if it gets stuck in the throat and all you feel is stops there, it means that maybe you have a hard time expressing yourself, or you either over express yourself or you under and you don't say, and you, shit, I should have said that, or I said too much, I shouldn't, all that. And then as soon as it gets to the top, actually, I'll do a YouTube video. Actually, let's just hope that this video uploads to YouTube. Okay. So I'll show you how to practice this on your own. But Joe Dispenza, by far the best teachings for me that I found. And because Sadhguru is good, but he only does like 3-day classes. Joe Dispenza is like months. So if you get to the top, you'll notice as soon as it hits the top, you'll feel it. It'll kind of get tingly on the top of your head. Okay. So you guys want to try it again now that you know. Okay. And try it. You can try it a few times. Okay. Actually, should I do, you guys want to try the meditation now? Quick? Actually, well, let's just try it first on our own, because he does a whole class, okay? So, spine erect. Remember, squeeze your perineum, your butthole, okay? Exactly the whole of your butt, right at the base, squeeze it. Not a Kegel, the butt, okay? So, have regular breaths. Then you exhale, okay? Exhale, and then inhale. Squeeze your butthole right away. As you inhale, squeeze it up and feel all the energy going up to the top of your spine. It's very hard for me to say that because you go, and it goes all the way up to the top. And you can feel a flutter as soon as you do it. You'll feel a flutter. And if you notice yourself blocking, like I said, it took me 4 months to get this right, okay? So some people don't feel, I didn't feel it at all for 4 solid months, nothing. So it's very hard. But then now when you start to feel it, it never goes away. And when you start practicing this over and over and over, you'll notice that your body starts to go like, oh, and you start moving around like it's nice. It's like your body automatically, it's not dancing, but you're just like, oh my God, it's so nice. You feel a rush of heat, not heat, more like, shivers. Have you ever had shivers like when you're like super, like you get cold really fast, like ooh, like in your body, but you feel the shiver on your spine. It's like a quick little shiver goes up your spine. Like now it could, if it starts as heat, that's okay. That's still something, but the full feeling of it is the exercise. What's the point of the exercise? You know what? If you want to do it, you'll find your own point of the exercise. Okay? Is that why people have the clench moments? Perhaps they instinctively do this. Very, very possible. Okay. Yeah. So you can still feel. So if you're not doing it and all of a sudden you're still feeling your spine is doing that, is what's happening is that you're working out the energy of your spine right now. Okay. You're like, ah. So what happens? This is science. Okay. I'm going to tell you this. This is insane. When I saw Joe Dispenza, I didn't believe it. Okay. I can't do it without the Kegel. You'll learn to, okay? Because to be honest, I used to do the Kegel every time. I didn't understand how you can only flex your butt and not, so I totally get what you're saying, okay? So if you're feeling that and you're feeling all the energy going up, did you know that Joe Dispenza has a team of people that do this, the energy center meditation, okay? So they have, and he has different steps. He has energy center 1, 2, 3, 4. I did energy center 4. I'm on the 4th now, and it freaks me out. I'm still not at the full potential of the 4th. You'll understand when you start doing it, okay? You take a deep breath in and you hold it. By the way, when you take the breath in, you hold it, lock, and then you let go. Then you exhale. Then you bring it in again, hold it. So whoever wants to know, all you got to do is you click on YouTube, Energy Centers Meditation. Hi, cookies. So Energy Center Meditation, and you'll learn this. You'll learn, he guides you through, and you'll feel the energy, And all of a sudden, listen, personally, I know people who do the Kegel at the same time. If you do the Kegel at the same time, you can feel other things. I have not, but I know that some people don't do it properly, but they feel good stuff on the other side. So I don't want to get into that. That's not a type of live that we're having now. Is it feeling kind of like a mini O? Okay, so if you're not doing it right, then yes. Okay, if you're feeling the mini O, it's because you're doing it in a different way, but it kind of mixes up with the Kama Sutra. So if you're familiar with Kama Sutra, the Kama Sutra explains how to focus the energy on the spine and all that energy up there. So it's like all intertwined. And they say that's why the partner that you have is so important, to have a partner that's energetically connected and not just whatever. Because when you have those whatever, you're taking all that energy and you're just letting it out onto the partner. You're not taking the energy and harnessing it for yourself. Just saying, it's intense because, by the way, if you're stuck and you're not following your intuition, if you feel like bad things kind of happen to you and you're not on the right path, like things are not, you do this meditation, your intuition is freaking bang on every time. It's like, you get all the answers that you've ever asked. You know how you do tarot cards? And you know the pendulum and all that stuff? You don't need it when you do energy center. You're like, oh yes, I got the answer. It's like your own self is giving you the answers to all the questions that you've ever had about yourself. It's so connected. It's so insane. Wait, hold on. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, now I'm going to get into the Mercury Retrograde. The reason I want to talk about Mercury Retrograde, because people don't know what the hell it is. Everybody's confused. Some people think it's bullshit. Could be. Although it's funny that the whole collective is feeling stuff. So I'm going to start by talking about, when I say Mercury in retrograde, what if you don't feel anything? Okay, so I'm just letting you know, I didn't feel anything for 4 months. Don't shame yourself. Oh, you have to go. Okay. Can you go upstairs?
Yeah, there'll be sound in the back.
It's still sound here.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I just have to move this because he's like, I'm walking by. He doesn't want to be on camera. Give me a second. Okay, so going up there? Okay. So Mercury in retrograde. Yes, practice makes perfect. So Mercury retrograde. So you know how they say Mercury is in retrograde? There's no is in retrograde. Mercury is retrograde, okay? So I thought we had a problem with Mercury. So I'll explain how it works with the planets and stuff like this, is that we always say Mercury retrograde is like, it's retrograde means going, it's kind of going opposite, and it kind of is, but it's not. It's an illusion of a retrograde. Perfect example is, have you ever been in a car yourself, okay? And you're at a red light and you have this big truck beside you or a car beside you. And do you ever notice that it looks like you're advancing a little bit, you're going, but it looks like the car is backing up? Have you ever seen that? Like the wheels, you look at the wheels of the car and you look at the car and you're like, just because you're kind of moving forward a bit, it looks like the car is backing up. That has happened to me many times. I'm like, oh shit. But it's not that it's back. The car is there. So what happens is that Mercury is the planet. So all the planets around the solar system, they're all moving around, right? All the planets. What happens is that the Earth turns, same thing, and Mercury is one of the fastest. It goes down 3 or 4 times every year. So Mercury is the fastest planet of the solar system that's going around. That's why we're affected. Mars, we have Mars in retrograde, and the retrograde just means that it looks like it's going backwards because it's passing us, okay? And it's kind of equal. It all of a sudden shows up like that. So we see it, and all of a sudden we're kind of going like this because we're like, wait a minute, the way we're moving, I can't explain. I should have a little diagram showing you guys. The way it's moving, it just looks like it's retrograde. It looks like it's backing up. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about retrograde is because the live I did on Tuesday is we say the sun affects us, right? If you go outside in the sun, you could get burnt. But in the morning, have you ever woken up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and you don't have blinds, okay? So let's say you have no blinds. You have a bedroom with no blinds at all and you're sleeping. And at 5 o'clock in the morning, without hearing the birds, you just have the sun is beaming right on your face. What happens? You wake up. Our body is automatically responding to the sun, to the light. It tells us to wake up. So our body is reacting to the sun. Is telling us to wake up. Now, on a beautiful sunny day, do you ever notice that you have more energy? You walk outside, you're getting vitamins from the sun, you're getting all this energy from the sun, and you feel a little more pumped, right? Like on a really sunny day, you're just like, even if you're having a bad day, just go out in the sun and you're like, oh, I feel better. You know, you kind of have that vibe. So at night, let's say you're in the bedroom and there's no curtains. You have no clock that is telling you the time. You have nothing, and you're sitting in your room, and all of a sudden the moon starts, right? The sun sets and the moon comes out. And all of a sudden the moon is affecting you, and it's getting dark. And you start getting tired, and you start feeling sleepy. And the moon is affecting you. Not with this new, now we have lights, so I can turn on the lights in my house, is different. But even then, you get tired at night. You'll start getting sleepy. I'm talking the natural organic state, not the clocks, not anything, is that the moon and the sun affects us. If the moon in the solar system affects us, and many of you know with the moon affects the earth with the tides that rise and set, we're made of water. So the moon affects us in every kind of way. The sun will dry up the water. If it's too sunny and there's no rain, there's no anything, it dries it up, all this stuff. So the sun and the moon, we know it affects us. Why is it that it's only those two things that affect us? Why don't other planets affect us? So it's the reason I'm talking about Mercury retrograde is to give you guys an idea that we know factual that the sun and the moon affect us for facts. Factual, no doubt about it. Even if you don't believe that the full moon affects you, you know that the moon, when it comes out, it's dark, you get tired. Your brain, there's no more the photoreceptors in your eyes, tired, moon, the moon affects us, the sun. Everything in the solar system affects human beings. We just don't know the level. We don't know. So every planet that comes into alignment with Earth at specific times, so when the sun, when the Earth is moving and is rotating around the sun, and then the sun is affecting us, and then the moon affects us. Other planets, that's just, I could still say it's a theory, even if I say it's science, doesn't matter. that I believe personally that every planet that crosses our time, crosses the Earth, and it comes into orbit. Oh, little guy's joining us. It affects us. We don't know how. How does Mercury affect us? We don't know. Now, I'm going to go a little bit into, so that's just the science of it, okay? Of what happened. The retrograde is an illusion that it's going retrograde, but it's not backing up. It looks like it's backing up because of the way it is, but it's not, okay? So I'm going to go into the astrology part and I'm going to, now I'm super into astrology. I've been into astrology. I think I was like 11, 12 years old. I was so obsessed with it. But because I learned a lot about astrology, I believe a lot of it is bullshit astrology, daily astrology, all that stuff, which is fun. It's fun. You know, it's a pastime to look at. But there's real astrology. There's real times that when the Earth is in a specific, let's say for us, you have now the Mercury retrograde is in Libra. Okay? And the astrology part of it is that whatever sign that the Mercury is in, whatever sign that the Mercury is in is retrograde in, the sign qualities, the collective will take on the qualities of that sign. Meaning, if it's retrograde in Libra, which is now, and Libra rules balance. So I don't know if you guys are the Libra, I just talked about the science of the retrograde. I could show you a picture if you guys want. I have to find one. But you guys can look at it. You'll see how the planet, I gave you the example of the car. What's happening is the retrograde, I thought I explained it properly. Did I explain it properly? How when the planet Mercury goes fastest, and it lasts like 3 to 4 weeks. Okay? So it's going around. Now, whoever is a Libra, whoever is air sign right now, the retrograde, astrologically, will not, they say, won't affect us as much. It'll almost affect us more in a positive way. So I'm Aquarius. I'm an air sign. Gemini, Aquarius sign. So, Aquarius sign? Sorry. Aquarius sign. An air sign, sorry. So air signs, what's happening is that we, through this retrograde, we have a tendency to lose the balance. So other signs, okay, so if you feel right now like you're unbalanced, things are not kind of like your life doesn't seem balanced at the present time. It doesn't feel so good. It's also like harmony, truth, Libra, truth, speaking their truth. That's a big part of it. So if you notice that you don't believe a lot of people, you think everybody's lying, you think that you're not being authentic, authenticity, all this stuff. So what's happening now is that Libra kind of, when the Mercury is in retrograde now in Libra, it becomes kind of like we get foggy. We get foggy. It's so, to give you guys the example of the fogginess that we're feeling, if Mercury is in retrograde, let's say for Aquarius, Aquarius is all about the peace, love. Aquarius is about healing, all that stuff. So what happens is we don't feel the peace and love when we're in Mercury is retrograde because we become foggy about the peace. Now we're becoming foggy about the balance in our lives, the balance in the world. And you'll notice that when we don't have balance, what happens is division. So right now, people are noticing more division amongst themselves, amongst the world, because it's just like we're noticing it more. And the retrograde that's happening now in Libra, it's like everybody's just feeling completely disconnected. You're noticing the unbalance. If you're not noticing, now there's a good part of retrograde and there's the negative part. If you want to take the retrograde in Libra and focus on, oh my God, there's division, there's so much division, I can't stand this division in the world, the Libra, because people are fighting on that. This is a good time to self-reflect. This is not a good time to take action. If you are indecisive, or undecided on something that you want to do right now, don't take the action. people feel right now, they're like, oh my God, I got to do this. What is she doing? She's running around. Do you guys see her? She's undecided. She's unbalanced. She's like ding, 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 popping around that. So if you're feeling like that and you're feeling like all over the place, now it's going to last till the 18th, I believe. Am I correct? I don't have the exact date, but you're going to feel right now very like the world is unbalanced. People are not telling the truth. There's a lot of lies and deception, either in your family, there's lies and deception in the world, in the government. People are lying, deceiving, they're creating division. And if you see this constantly, and this is what you're focusing on, what's happening is within yourself, you're going to be struggling. So Mercury retrograde is always a time to look internally. Okay? So this is affecting everyone. Think about it. The sun affects us every day. I'm going to repeat this. The sun affects us. You go outside too long, you get a sunburn. But you also get vitamin D. You feel more energized. The photoreceptors of the sun in your... Listen, you want to Google sun gazing? Some people don't eat and they just survive on the sun. Now that's super extreme, but some people do this. The sun affects us. The moon affects us. We get tired when the moon comes out. Oh, he's on, haha, you guys saw. When the moon comes out, okay, and we slowly get sleepy, our body gets sleepy. The human experience and a lot of the animals, we get sleepy. We start getting tired when the moon comes out. Our body releases proteins that help inflammation. We start healing. Our beta brainwaves reduce from beta to delta. Our actual brain waves go down when the moon comes out. We are affected by the moon and the sun. We are also affected by all the other planets. If you think that the moon and the sun is the only two things that we are affected by, why are you picking and choosing that in the whole solar system, it's only those two? But we're not affected by Mercury, Saturn, Pluto. We're not affected by any other planets, any other things in the solar system, just the sun and the moon. So that's why I always let you guys say maybe, to just give you guys an idea of astrology in our day and age is a little like over the top of like, you're gonna have a great day today. Oh, you're gonna have a bad day today. And you're gonna have that I don't like, because they're kind of making it sound, astrology now, they're making it sound stupid and not logical to what's going on in the world. But astrology is very deep. It's deep within us. We are affected by the stars. We're affected by the planets. We're affected by everything within us. And then when you're born under a specific star sign, and not just, okay, I'll give you another example. Not when you're born in a star sign. Let's say you're born Saturn. Okay, let's say you're born Mercury retrograde. Let's say you're born in this. You're born when there's specific planets that were aligned a certain way. You're telling me that when that doesn't happen again, you don't get affected at all? Maybe. If you're born under a specific sign, and during the year, so the Chinese astrology, you're born the year of, I don't know, the rat, the goat, the dog, whatever you're born in, the rooster, whatever. And then you're born in another sign. We just give those names. And for those wondering, the pyramids in Egypt have depictions of 40,000-year-old drawings of astrology. They are specifically placed under specific stars, and they have the exact astrology signs, all of the signs, Aries, Pisces, like Aquarius, Libra, Sagittarius, all the signs. 40,000-year-old. Okay? In the pyramids in Egypt. You guys can Google, find it anywhere. Okay? You can Google it, you'll see it. I'm part of Gaia, so I'm watching all these documentaries like crazy now because I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, no way. So this is a new information that I found out recently that like I even saw Forbidden Knowledge, the guy I follow, he actually was in it, and he's on one of the documentaries and he's filming and you can see it. 40,000 years old. But no, planets don't affect us. Stars? Astrology? No. But yet they knew this from 40,000 years. The only thing is that now society is making it like, you're Aquarius? You're going to have a bad day. Oh, you're Aquarius? You're like that. You're Pisces? You're like that. Wait, hold on. No, that's not true. And then we get like, it's so nonsense. Oh, today on September 30th, you're going to have a great day. And you're like, I didn't have a great day, so it's wrong. It's stupid. Astrology is stupid. Right? So you just have to keep an open mind of how, when we say Mercury retrograde, is now that Mercury is now in alignment with the earth. Okay? And the way it's moving now, the way they're moving beside each other is, it kind of goes like Mercury is passing the earth. But the way it's passing for the earth, what we see in our telescopes, what we see, it looks like it's backing up, just like when you see a car that looks like it's backing up, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? You're just moving forward and it looks like somebody's backing up and looks like it's going backwards. That's all it is. But when Mercury is coming into alignment with the earth, the sun, when it hits us, when the sun hits wherever you are around the world, that part, you get affected. You can get sunburns, you can get vitamins. When the moon comes, you get affected. So you think Mercury comes, there's a chance that you're getting affected. But Mercury, what is said by astrology or by people around the world, is saying when Mercury comes, it creates cloudiness. And when they say retrograde is an illusion, you start living in an illusion. We start feeling, I saw this really great quote and I forgot to write it down. What was it? We live, it had to do with illusion. I forgot what it was. I saw it a few weeks ago. I thought I took a screenshot of it. Anyway, just explaining that we're living in fogginess right now. So everything is just an illusion because we're not coherent. We're like, I'm dizzy. I'm happy one day. I'm not the other day. I have no energy. I'm drained. So all this stuff. Sorry, are you saying all planets affect us, only moon and stars? No, that's what I'm saying. Why do we get to pick and choose what affects us? If you think that only the sun and the moon affects you, that's your belief. I'm not, I don't discriminate planets. I don't discriminate in the solar system. I believe that if the moon affects us and the sun affects us, the other planets must affect us in some ways. And if you go in thousands and thousands of years, they actually say everything affects us. The stars, the placement of the stars affects how we are. Not just the weather, not just that, everything is affecting us. Everything is just shifting in a way. And they say the way that Mercury affects us is it creates cloudiness. Okay? Just this foggy. So now in Libra, because it's in the Libra sign, they're saying, hold on, it's affecting us more like the Libra signs. It's taking on the signs. It's taking on the cloudiness of the signs. Do you know what I mean? I know this is going to sound totally like basic, but let's say we're on Earth. This is Earth. This is Mercury. Okay. A little bit smaller, but whatever. Let's say it's Mercury. And then you have the stars here, and the stars are in Libra, and it's affecting us. So it's like a barrier that's affecting the collective. So let's say Libra here is, like I said, truth, harmony, balance. So your truth is going to be unbalanced. Your harmony and your balance in your life is going to feel foggy. If you're balanced in your body, you're going to feel unbalanced in your health. You're going to feel all unbalanced. But they were saying that air signs, because Libra's an air sign, Aquarius and Gemini are air signs, that it's a possibility that they're not as affected, or they may be affected, but because they're used to the fogginess of the air signs, that they're taking this more and spinning it into a positive way. They're now internally self-reflecting. So if any of you guys are Geminis, Aquarius, or Libras, do you notice yourself recently self-reflecting more than usual? But guess what? Fire signs are more... Now listen, in 2018, I remember this. I actually remember 2018. the Mercury retrograde was all fire signs all of 2018. So, and there was 3, I think. And fire signs is like, so the fogginess of the is noticing that you're kind of like, so 2018 was a lot of anger, a lot of stuff like that. Okay. So just letting you know, it's okay. It's nothing bad, right? It's when you broke your foot. Okay. So just think of now, what's happening is that if you notice yourself feeling off, just try to do more internal reflection, more of internalizing something and analyzing it more than reacting. Okay. So this is basically kind of the basics of Mercury Retro. Does anybody have any questions? You're going to be off. Yeah, it's the foggy time. Mercury Retrograde, I call it the foggy illusions. We're kind of living in our little illusions now. Okay. Any have recommendations for good, solid astrology? Yes, I do. Jan, if for a book, Jan Spiller. JANSPILLER. Okay? Jan Spiller. I think somebody said October 22nd is when it's done, I believe. 18th or 22nd, I'm not sure. Capricorn here, I feel better somehow. Jan Spiller, exactly. So if everybody wants to know more about astrology, I find that Jan Spiller, how she talks about her stuff, listen, they're old, okay? The old books about it is that in high school, I had Jan Spiller books. This is a long time ago. Okay? So anybody have questions about the Mercury retrograde? What about dreams? Oh, wow. So that's something that have you guys had intense dreams recently? Man, my dreams have been like, I had dreams about the government last night. I didn't even tell my boyfriend. I had dreams that I was doing a C5 meditation and I was connecting with extraterrestrials and the government was angry, so they sent a fake extraterrestrial to try to make me feel pretending to abduct me, but it wasn't a real extraterrestrial. It was a fake one from the government who was trying to scan my body and make me in pain. I woke up this morning with my jaw clenched. I was like, what kind of fucking dream is this? I was so scared. I woke up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I had to go to the bathroom. I didn't want to go to the bathroom. I was looking at my boyfriend. I'm like, I was looking around. I turned on my light. I was walking. I got super scared. Anyways, that was my dream. But going back, not going on dreams. Is shadow work safe to do for anyone at this time? Yes, actually, this is shadow work time. Shadow work is what you should be doing right now, because shadow work is learning to love and accept all aspects of yourself, right? Shadow work is taking your unconscious bad that you think is bad, but it's not. It's just unconscious, and you're bringing it to the surface, and you're like, oh, that's who I am, and learning to love it. Shadow work is self-reflection, and during Mercury retrograde, self-reflection is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Okay, if you can. I had vivid dreams since I had my dream catcher. That's kind of cool, even for those with PTSD. Wait, what's for PTSD? What do you mean? Shadow work for PTSD? I forgot what you were saying. Okay, so any questions about shadow work? It's good for everyone. For everyone. PTSD is meditation is tricky. So if you have PTSD, diagnosed, not self-diagnosed PTSD. Like I could say I have PTSD when it comes to surgeries, but it's not diagnosed. I have a little stress and anxiety for certain things, but it's not diagnosed. Like there's specific people that are extreme on PTSD. If you're diagnosed PTSD, meditation should be supervised. Now is cloudy time. Yes, exactly. I'm going to have to work on acceptance. Oh yeah. So, all signs. Okay, by the way, all signs. So Virgo signs, actually Virgo is with Leo. So all signs right now, this is a time, September. Happy birthday, by the way, if you're Virgo. Happy birthday, like soon or whenever. Virgo right now. Okay, so I know that a lot of Virgo has a hard time with self-reflection. A hard time right now saying, wait, this is me, and owning their shit kind of thing. Okay. So if you have a hard time owning your stuff internally, this is a good time to sit down and you could try doing some shadow work and writing down and stuff like that. Is it kind of weird? I feel more clear. So wait, those who feel more clear, Lee Cohen, what sign are you? Lee. So personally, I feel clear. Okay. Recently, everything that I've been cloudy about, I feel clear. And they say that's what happens sometimes with the air signs. During Mercury retrograde, there's some signs that are feeling more clear. They're getting the clarity that they're feeling. So personally, I'm feeling like that. I'm feeling like I'm getting, but I need to talk actually. Okay, so whoever just joined in, I gave a whole speech about Mercury retrograde. I'm going to do my best to upload this to YouTube. You can check it out because I just want to say something super important. What I talk about, we are affected by the planets. I made a video recently as if you look at me right now and I was sad. If you look at me and my eyes were red and I looked like, now I'm not sad at all, so I can't fake it. But if you saw me sad and I joined the live and you were looking at my face right now, your mirror neurons in your brain would mimic my sadness and you would start feeling sad. And if you kept focusing on me, you would get sad. So other people's emotions do affect us. Planets, the sun, the moon, Mercury, Mars, okay, Jupiter, Saturn, all the planets in the solar system affect us. The moon affects us. The weather affects us. If we go outside and it's a beautiful sunny day and it's warm and you get that cool breeze and you're just like it's wow. Okay. If it's not raining, but gloomy, you know that gloomy, it's full blown, all gloomy, all the clouds are over you, and like 2-3 days of like gloominess, and you walk outside and you're going to feel gloomy. You're going to feel that energy. Everything affects us. But knowing this, internally, you have this massive energy system that is happening inside of you that is so powerful that it could overcome Mercury retrograde, rainy, gloomy weather, the sun, the happiness of the sun, the weather, the planets, people, sadness, anger. You have an energy system inside of you that no matter what, that's why we say, I need to get away from negative people. Only if you have not mastered the energy system inside yourself. Yeah, I know. She keeps coming. I'll call her over here. I'll show her after. She's really cute. So if you have learned, now it's okay not to master it right now, but if you learn to master your internal energy and your internal mind and everything inside of yourself, and you learn to master that, the planets will not affect you. So what I'm doing is, yes, Mercury's retrograde. It could be a foggy day, but everything is clear to me because I've learned to master that internal energy. And the days that I'm not mastering it, the days that I wake up and I'm feeling shitty, I go internally. At the beginning of this video, I said the locking your perineum, locking the perineum, owning your own energy, focusing on, trusting your intuition, getting into your energy centers, sitting with yourself. If you're overthinking, write down all the fucking shit that's in your head, because we have shit. We have so much judgment and shit towards ourselves, towards others. We have so much crap in our heads. If you get it on paper and you know that this is shit, this doesn't mean jack. That's not true. Nothing is true that you believe and you think about yourself and others, and that's just garbage stuff. And you access the real energy internally, the light within you that's overpowers that darkness, that no matter what happens in the planets, in the weather, in other people, you won't be affected. If you walk into a room, I'll give you an example, okay? You'll be so fucking self-aware. You walk into a room, this happened to me not long ago. I walked into a room and there was about 20 women in this room, okay? I walked in. I was not feeling good that day. I was feeling very self-critical. I was in this weird state, and all I noticed was the negativity and judgment in the room, because what I see in the world is a reflection of me. So what did I do? I looked around and I saw people's faces, and everybody was really like negative and energy, fake. And I was like, oh, this is fucking bullshit. So then, instead of blaming the room, I owned my shit. I said, wait a minute, I'm negative. Even if it's 1%, today, I'm feeling negative. I'm feeling fake. So I'm gonna fucking own that shit on myself. I'm gonna own my shit and stop it. So I sat there and I went into the bathroom and I put some water on my face and I said, Tanya, you're not, and then I go, fuck, I can't change my energy, damn it. And I couldn't. I was like, damn it, I still feel negative. But guess what? It's not about changing to be positive. It's about being aware. Awareness is the number one. So I said, I'm going to be aware. So I walk outside and my friend walks in front of me and I fucking love her. And she comes in and she goes, girl, let's get some champagne. And she's like, mimosas. So she goes, that's all it was. I didn't change it. I didn't fix it. I still felt insecure, but my energy was so aware of my shit, and not saying everybody's so negative in this room. No, I'm friggin' negative. So I'm noticing what I see in the world is a reflection of me. I am owning my shit. So I am noticing the negative because a part of me today, not always, but that day was kind of negative and critical. So perspective, exactly. So I said, I'm just going to be aware. I'm aware of my shit. I am so not feeling good that I'm going to freaking, that's all I see in this fucking room. And then 3 girls surrounded me out of the 20 that I hadn't noticed before. And they were so funny that I couldn't stop laughing. So all of a sudden, those negative people were not in my vibration anymore, because my vibration was owning my shit. I owned it. I became aware of my feelings. Yes, I'm the observer of myself all the time. I know that if I walk into a room, I got to own it. And this is why the Mercury Retrograde of what's happening, no matter who affects us and what happens in our lives, if we learn to own our stuff, then Lee Cohen, the same thing. You know how things are becoming clear? Everything is clear to me now because my inner power, my inner energy is stronger than any external circumstance that's happening. Anything outside of myself, and it could be strong. There could be somebody that's really a certain way and other people that are a certain way. And I can now choose to what I want to let open up my energy to. For example, my daughter was having a rough couple of days. And I sat in her room and I could feel her sadness and I got sad. But I chose that. I chose that I'm going to go into the compassion because she needs me right now. I'm choosing to be sad. And then I could feel myself, my tears were coming down, and I said, I love you and I'm here for you and I care for you. And I felt that I decided to go into her sadness because she needed that right now, because that was the compassion. But when I'm in a room full of people that I don't really know, and I don't want to go into the negative. No, I'm going to always choose. So if your inner power becomes stronger than the exterior circumstances, it's possible. Now, I want to let you know, for those who are new on my live, hi, my name is Tanya. I'm a recovering depressaholic. I'm a recovering overthinker, toxic, negative person. I used to walk into a room and blame everyone on everything, and I used to friggin' be miserable all the time. So I want you to know that if you yourself are not feeling like you have that inner power, I didn't even fucking know the inner power was there. I had no concept of the inner power. Everything outside of myself was the reason I had a sick body, I had toxic parents, I had this happen to me, and this happened to me, and that's why I'm like this. That I was totally wrapped up in the three-dimensional freaking reality of what I wear matter, what I do, I have to be like this, toxic, negative. If I can do this and I can learn to own my power, anybody can. Hold on, I gotta charge my phone. I'm talking too much. You see this? I can bend over now, guys. Okay. I need you. You need yourself, man. I'm telling you, I realized that I never had myself. I was my worst fucking enemy. I was so mean to myself. I was toxic. I didn't know about no inner power. I didn't know about nothing. Nothing. Zero. I was like, I don't want to live on this fucking earth because earth is shit. Earth is garbage. This is a stupid fucking experience. Okay? I used to think that this is a stupid world with stupid experiences. If they're telling me that you chose this life, oh fuck this, I don't want to choose it. I used to think like that. Mercury Gatorade? You mean retrograde? Yeah. So I used to think that. And then now, man, when I'm looking outside and a tree moves, I'm like, oh my God, it's waving. Hi, tree. That's me now. I went to hating toxic shit, this stupid freaking world I hated, all this stuff, to owning so much power within myself that a freaking tree moves a certain way. And I'm like, oh my God, the tree is totally waving at me. And then I say, even if you're not waving at me and my brain is telling me you are because maybe I'm being crazy, I don't care because I live in a happy world right now. This is the conversations that I have with myself. I still overthink, but I overthink really fun stuff. I overthink trees waving at me. Just saying. There was not one catalyst for my change. There was so much that happened. There was so much shift that happened. Self-love, shadow work, everything that I talked to you guys about was everything about my switch and my shift. And it was bit by bit. There was no one thing. And that's why somebody lost someone. I'm so sorry. I didn't see. I wouldn't choose a life where my son died in my arms. I'm so sorry for your loss. This is something that I have to say, in all honesty, I have a huge fear of myself dying. I still have that fear. Because if I die, I think my daughter's not ready to be alone. I was like, oh my God, she's going to freak out if she doesn't, I know, because she's so dependent still on things for me. And I would freak out to lose my daughter. I don't even want, it's such a hard thing. But I realized that we say we don't want to choose this life. And this is not because I'm not having the lack of compassion. But I've almost died. I was so close to death. I thought, my whole family thought I was going to die. And we were taking pictures. My mom took a picture with every single part of my family because everybody thought I was going to die. And because I was so close to death, that I have now a different relationship with death. I don't believe that when a person dies, they're dead and that's it. And they're gone. I realize why we are so extremely sad, because all of us are going to die. All of us. I'm talking to you guys. This is very sensitive. So I'm sorry to talk about this, but everybody dies. All of us. That's set. Everything dies. Plants, dogs, animals, we all do. But the attachment that we have is that when we don't talk about it is the problem. We don't talk about death. It's taboo. We can't talk about it, so we don't know. But I realize if you've met anybody who's been close to death, I don't know if any of you guys, anybody who almost died or did die, okay? Anybody. when you are so close to death, yourself, you completely have this shift in reality towards death. It's almost like death is not what we think it is. We think we're gone forever. Oh my God. It's the attachment towards that person of why. And frankly, I'm extremely attached to my daughter, so it would affect me. And I am not going to bullshit all of you guys and say, I wouldn't be affected. That's bullshit. I would fucking cry my eyes out. I don't even know if I'd be able to go on lives, okay? Let's see. Look. Oh, I'm calling myself out. I was actually just about to say, let's not talk about it. Because that's the generation we're living. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. Because we don't want to talk about it because just the thought of it is fucking scary. But we all die. So we have to kind of like... So I had a talk with my daughter in the last few weeks. I had a talk with my daughter, and we sat there and I said, what would you feel if I died? What would you think? And I told her I would make sure you knew that I wasn't just gone. And then we had these really big, huge, deep talks about it. And I did another live about that. This is such a big, important conversation because everybody dies. But we expect them to die like late. If somebody dies at 90, 100, we're like, oh, that's okay. But if somebody dies young, it's wrong. What makes it wrong? Think about it. We are only supposed to live the full life till 100. If you die before, it's wrong. It's not right. Why? Because it makes us sad, more sad? But why? Because we think it's wrong. And whatever we think is wrong, then it's not okay. Therefore, I will be more in pain. But yet, if it's at this age, then it's acceptable. But yet, life has proven to all of us that we never know. Life has proven to all of us that we have no clue of when, right? I know. I saw that. Yes, and then some people think that too. They think that if we talk about it, we're jinxing it. Oh, don't jinx it. Don't talk about it, right? So I'm not going to get into it. Parents should not outlive our children. Why? Why? I'm going to ask you why. A parent should not outlive our children. Why? Why? The universe, from the end of time that we know of, okay? Life has proven to us that many, many parents outlive their children. We're sad. I'm not talking about the sadness. I'm just saying why. It's because we expect. We have an expectation. We say no because it's sad. That's it. But you know what? Why don't we have sadness for people who are 100? Oh, they had a good life. But what if they didn't have a good life? Like I always say, why? And nobody ever has an answer. Because life has shown to us that we should. Nobody should ever lose a child. Billions of people have lost children. Thousands, well, not billions, because, well, throughout the time. Thousands of people have lost children, but they shouldn't. Why? Now, I'm not talking about the sadness part because, frankly, like I said before, I'd be freaking devastated. Myself, super sad, but that's because I know that I have an attachment to my child. I have a deep attachment that if I lost her, I'd be like, no. But then I'd understand, like, the people that I've lost in my life, the things that I've lost, you're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to be devastated. You're allowed to have grief and cry and freak the fuck out. You're allowed. But to think that it's not supposed to happen, why? It's unnatural? It's not unnatural. Death is natural. Death is natural. Death happens to everybody. Do you know what I mean? So if you disagree, that's okay too. If you want to disagree, I understand. I understand. The only reason why this is my view and how I feel is because I almost died twice. But one time, like, I remember it was like I went in and out of consciousness. They were like, okay, yeah, she has minutes. I was so close to just dying that I have a different relationship with death than a lot of people. So it's just different. But like I said, I'd be devastated. I'd be devastated. I don't even, like, this is something that but I'm like, you know what I mean? So anyway, you want to switch subject, guys? We were on a good high vibration, and I think this is bringing a lot of sadness. So it's okay to talk about, by the way. It's okay. I believe that the sun and the moon are just as needed, okay? Both are needed. We need to talk about the sun because I love sunny days. I love the sun, but I love the moon. Okay? So, but today I'm like on a, like, I don't know if you guys hear it. I usually put very calm music, but today I was putting a little high, so I'm a little more in a high vibration. So I feel the high vibration days, I want to talk more about high vibration stuff. It's okay to have low vibration. By the way, low vibration is not bad. Please remember that. Oh, I can't be around low vibration. I'm like, it's, why? Do you know the earth vibrates really low? Very low. There's like a vibration, very low vibration on the earth. It's fine. It's not bad. It's just there's specific times to access the high vibration, specific times to access the low. I feel like going a little bit higher today. My name is Chandra, goddess, moon of dawn, goddess of the sun. Fantastic. It's quite important. Yes. Raise low H on a Kadmash on a politician. Okay, so you can never affect someone specifically. Okay, do you guys are familiar with voodoo? Okay, do you know voodoo? How they say, or magic? Let's just bring up magic, okay? So magic is basically kind of like the world. Whatever you put out there will come back. Everything that you are creating and intentionally putting energy on will come back to you. If you are trying to fix someone else and wish something, even if it's love, okay, so let's say you're trying to alter someone else's reality. It's not about love or this, is you are trying to change someone else's reality based on your views. Your brain is being a judgy McJudgerson and wanting to change this person's reality. If you are doing that and you want to meditate or pray for someone or do all this, okay, all this stuff, and you are doing something consciously to change someone else, you have to understand that what goes around comes around. So it's not like, I'm going to wish them love. No, what's happening is you are judging them and you want them to change. And you want them this, you want this to change. I need them to be more loving. I need them to be this. So what you're doing is that it's altering your state because you're putting so much energy on someone else, when if every single human being on earth put that energy internally and said, everything just is. Okay? Ouch, my rib. Okay. Sorry. Did anybody read that? Oh my God. Holly Rochford? Oh my God. That's funny. Sorry. I'm trying not to laugh because my rib hurts when judging McJudgersons. Sorry, that was a funny comment. Okay. Oh my God, I'm like turning laughing. Okay. What happened to your rib? I cracked my rib last month. It's a long story. I'm okay though. It's just that when I laugh, it's still healing. Okay, it's still healing. So, okay, so this is fine. But I actually say I'm healing pretty fast. For somebody, I should be not being able to walk right now. I'm really working on healing. I'm doing these meditations and I can feel anyway. So going back to what I'm saying is that what we can choose to do ourselves, if you are feeling like the collective is, hold on a second. If you are feeling like other people are bothering you or other people, okay, I'll give you an example. When I was young, my mom and dad split up, okay? They broke up. My mom's family was very, very religious. And they said, they didn't tell her, but they said they prayed for her. They would go to church. They would ask the priest to pray for my mom, okay? They said, we are going to send her the prayers. They didn't self-reflect and realize that they are judging her. That's why they're praying for her. They think we're going to send her love and light. They didn't realize that my mom leaving my dad was great for us. We got by the way, we got to see my dad more often because now we spend more time with him because he was always gone before. My mom and dad became like best friends till this day. They're actually really good friends. My mom and dad and her husband now hang out together. We are like Thanksgiving. We have Canadian Thanksgiving, which is soon. We're all gonna like get together. So they didn't realize that they kept judging and judging and judging. And they're like, we're gonna pray and pray and pray. And I make jokes about it. And I'm like, maybe their prayers worked, but I don't think that's what happened, because now these people over here are really struggling. This whole family here, it's really not just one family. There's quite a few families. And they're totally, now you have to know that praying, I think, is beautiful. It's a nice thing to do. But when you're praying to help or fix or change something, what is your intention behind the prayer? If you're meditating for someone, okay, what is the intention of your meditation? Is it because you don't like that situation? They didn't like that my mom got divorced because it was against this Catholic. So what they did is they said, oh my God, poor her. Pity. Judgment. Pity is judgment. But they didn't realize that we were really good. We were actually like really good. So everything was really good. My mom followed her own thing and they kept praying and praying and judging. So although praying is such a beautiful thing, I think, to pray and to connect to something higher than yourself and to do all that, or to meditate and connect and whatever, is super beautiful. But you have to ask yourself, when you're doing that, your behind thought, what is it? Is it coming from a place of judgment that you think that's wrong? Okay, is that wrong? Or are you genuinely praying out of love? If you're praying because you think whatever they're doing or whatever they're feeling is wrong, that's one thing. But to sit there when you're doing a prayer and not saying, I prayed for you. I used to hate that. I swear to God, I remember growing up when people would say, I'll pray for you. I'm like, no, thanks. I'm good. And they're like, they thought I was not religious or oh, blasphemy. I'm like, no. That's not it, is that you're judging me. You're not praying for me. You're judging me. I don't need your judgment. Thank you. Take your judgment, keep it to yourself. So sitting there and praying with, not for someone, praying in a way that your prayers are saying that whatever is meant for them, you can say, let it be with love. Whatever they're living right now, let it be with love. Now let's say I decide to pray for someone who is sick. Exactly, I was just about to say that, okay? So let's say somebody who's really, really sick and not doing well, and they're struggling. You can't judge their sickness. We want to take people's sickness away, but it's still judging their life. Praying for someone who's sick is you're judging them. They should not be sick. That's their journey. But how about you pray that while they're sick, they have the strength. So I actually have a tattoo on my leg that says strength, okay? It's a tattoo. Actually, where is it? Strength. Actually, it's too far. I'm not going to bring my leg. My rib is going to pop up. Anyway, I have strength. and I have these lotus flowers because we can pray for people to have strength. We can pray, say, I hope that they have love in their heart, whatever they're going through. So it's okay to have these beautiful prayers. But remember, when you're about to pray for someone, and you're about to meditate, or you're about to do whatever, remember the intention behind the prayer, the intention behind the meditation. Okay? Because intentions are the most powerful things that you can feel. Okay? Whatever is in their highest good. Exactly. Whatever they're going through, I would love to send them. So some people don't pray, right? There's some people that pray. Some people that do Reiki. So they do this in hospitals too. And they sit there and you send light. And if you're sending light to a politician, like you were saying, and you are judging that person's life. Okay? That person may be really fucked up, but that's their life. That's their journey in life. But if you are now trying to pray the goodness into them, you are judging them. And when you start to judge them, hey, Emmanuel, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. I missed you. So if you are trying to push something onto your own beliefs and your values onto this, and I think that's not coming from a place of love. And prayer, meditation, Reiki, energy, all that stuff that you're doing, that is when it comes from a place of pure love and not judgmental love, is when it works. So if you've ever seen, there's children all in India, okay, there was actually we had it not long ago, mass meditation all over the world. And that's okay, Manuel. So imagine you're sitting there and you're just meditating. Now imagine this, okay? If you meditate, Dr. Joe Dispenza, if ever you want to know, he actually has the science behind meditation. He actually uses the machines, and I don't know the names of the machines, but that analyze your brain, analyze everything, what happens to your mind. There's like sections that turn blue and they were red before and all this stuff. He has all the science behind meditation and behind prayer and all that. And when you're sitting down and you're meditating and you're focusing on yourself, and you're focusing on your heart and you're vibrating love and light, that whoever's around you will be affected. Now, the more people do this, the more they're emitting this frequency of love and light. And if you pray and you're praying in a state of meditative love and light, you are now not judging. You're not in judgment. You're in love. And that's the highest vibration. So if you're stuck in meditating, I am praying for that person, and you're judging, that's not love. That's just judgment. That's Judgy McJudgerson. Next time you feel yourself judging, just think of Judgy McJudgerson. You're like, ooh, I'm being a Judgy McJudgerson. Kind of you know why? It's okay to be a Judgy McJudgerson sometimes. Remember I told you at the beginning of when I was talking before about walking to a room with negative? It's okay to judge. You're human, okay? We're all gonna judge. We're gonna walk in and go, ooh, what's she wearing? What's she doing? Why is she like? We're gonna do it. Call yourself out. Call yourself out. Oh, Tanya's being a Judgy McJudgerson right now, damn it. Sorry. Whoops. That's becoming the observer. Owning your shit. Owning your internal energy and your power is so fucking strong. And you could laugh at it. Don't judge yourself for judging. That's double negative. If you get mad at yourself because you're always judging, no, don't. Just sit with yourself and be like, oh. And that's why I like the word Judgy McJudgerson, because it makes me laugh. When I find myself judging someone, which happens to all of us, I laugh. I'm like, oh, Tanya's a Judgy McJudgerson, and it's a stupid word, so I laugh. I will keep my... No, so that's why when you're... And by the way, if somebody... You know how you try to think of, if you're meditating on this person here, I want to meditate for this person, I want to pray for this person, you're still kind of judging. You have to remember, ask their permission. If somebody is sick, do you know that I love this? When I was very sick and I was close to death, like I told you, somebody asked me, can I pray for you? Can I pray for you? And I was like, that was nice. I was like, sure, thanks. It wasn't like you're just praying for someone, therefore you want their circumstances to change. It was like, can I? They're asking me to give me some energy. Do you know how empowering though? I was like, that's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Okay. That's nice. But if you just are praying or meditating for someone without their consent, you're trying to send them energy. Maybe they're not ready. By the way, when I was in my toxic relationships and my stupid shit, I'm sure some people meditated or prayed for me. I wasn't ready. I'm not going to change my life because you want me to. I'm not going to change my mindset because you want me to. You live your life. You live your life. We each live. Now, if you want to do that and you want to pray for someone, ask them. I think now you're just being funny. I just want to say thank you. My eyes have been seeing more and more each day. Oh, I'm happy. And your heart sees more and more each day. I was told 2 years ago, unconditional love is the intention of everything and everyone you encounter. Yeah, it's the intention. It's not always the truth of what we feel. We don't always feel the unconditional love. And by the way, you can love someone unconditionally and they're not in your life. You can. They don't have to be in your life, but you can love them at a distance unconditionally. I have people that are not in my life right now, and I have love for them. I do. I sit there and I am like, wow, I really hope this person's doing well. And I love them. There's, regardless of what happened, but they're not in my life. Doesn't mean that you need them in your life, but you just kind of have this, you're grateful. Having this unconditional love is finding the gratitude in what you lived. Okay, so for those who are on this now, what is it? Do everything in love only. Hold on, my eyes. I'm trying to read your comments now. I'm going to be honest, but my eyes are getting I'm getting foggy. Mercury retrograde. I'm getting foggy all of a sudden. I'm in and out of my fogginess. Okay, so I want to do a meditation today on the Mercury retrograde meditation. That's what I want to do. So we're going to look for some music. Figgy? Yeah. I'm feeling figgy. That's weird, Wilo, because I had a fig right before the live. Ooh, no. I really had a fig. I haven't had a fig in like 2-3 years. And I literally had a fig right before the live. Anyway, it's weird. See these funny, weird things, even if it's nothing, but it's weird. Can you pray for someone's higher good? Depends on the intention behind it. It always depends on the intention behind your prayer. If you're sitting and you're praying for their higher good because you think where they are right now is not good, then you should pray for your own higher good. Or you sit there, not a fig Newton, a real fig. Like I had a full-blown fig. Anyway, how amazing do you feel after the mass meditation? Oh, really good, man. That was like intense. Okay, I'm going to just check out some songs that are resonating with me. I'm going to see because I want to do a nice meditation today on the Mercury retrograde. And we're going to go into the fogginess of our minds. If you're feeling it. No, I don't like that one. Hold on. We're going to do an intense one. Healing meditation. Let's see. Let's see. So are you guys ready? A Mercury retrograde. Yes. Wilo. Thanks. I love that you're... You know what's funny? I thought of you yesterday, Wilo. I was like, Wilo's so cute. I was like, wait, did you bring the recorder? And I thought about it because you often remind me and I'm laughing because sometimes I forget. I'm like, thank God I have Wilo here. Hold on. Let's see. No. That's not the song. We're going to get some intense song. How am I doing after the kidney transplant? I'm actually doing really well. Really, really well. It's 15 years this year. 15 years kidney transplant this year. And I got all my tests done last weekend. And my kidneys are excellent. Excellent. And I believe it's excellent because I do Joe Dispenza. Thank you, Wilo. I feel gratitude for you guys, to be honest. Like, you guys don't even know. I know it's like some people think they're like, oh, Tanya's just being whatever. No, By the way, for those who don't know, TikTok doesn't pay Canadians. Just so you guys know. TikTok pays everyone else except Canadians. So when I do my videos every day and I go on my lives, zero. TikTok does not pay. Now, I've had opportunities of people ask me, actually I have a video to do for Qigong, which is amazing. I actually do it, like it's like Tai Chi kind of thing, but zero. So I don't do this and talk to you guys and come on. I come on because I miss you guys, and I honestly, are you saying prayers are not good at all? No. You know what, Lee Cohen? Rewatch my live when I posted on YouTube. I didn't say that at all. I say prayers are beautiful. I'm not resonating with this music today. Ooh. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. Okay, found it. Kidney failure. Okay, so remember that kidney failure. I had kidney failure. For anybody going through some health issues, doctors are amazing and they're there to save our lives. Nurses are amazing and they're there to save our lives. They have taken a vow for their life to save other people's lives. Now, yes, the money is good for doctors, nurses, not so much, but TikTok pays Australians and everyone else except Canadians. I don't know who else they don't pay, but Canadians get zero. Anyway, going back to the what I was going to say is, if you're feeling anything right now and you're going through anything, doctors are amazing, but the self-healing that you can do, if you want to get this, actually, who said that she had kidney failure? Hold on. What's your name? Kivo? Okay, oh, maybe I'm not saying that properly. This one is called How Your Mind Can Heal Your Body. This is a very old book, but if ever you want how... I went to the hospital last week for my rib there, and I didn't know. And in the hospital, I was like, doctors, I love doctors. I love nurses. They want what's best for us, and they are there to save our lives when we're at the end, when you're a kidney failure. But after you get your transplant or you're on dialysis, work on own your inner power, because doctors are needed, but you are needed for you. So I found out the power. I found out now. That's why I was like, they're like, oh, you can have a new transplant. By the way, your kidney could fail. Your disease can come into your new kidney. And I'm like, nope. I'm getting one transplant and I am now healing my body. So I'm now doing preventative. Okay. So we're going to do a meditation now on the fogginess that we're feeling and the whole Mercury retrograde of what's happening. But this is good for any Mercury retrograde. It's not just this one specifically. And this is going to be intense because, okay, I need you guys to do something. You healed your thyroid. That's amazing. Okay. If you can, right now, grab a paper and a pen and write down, I'll pray for you. Grab a paper and a pen, okay? Or a book or anything you have. If you can't, if you don't have one beside you right now, it's going to take too long to get a paper and a pen. You can redo this meditation. I'm going to put it on YouTube today. So you can do it today, you can do it tomorrow, you can do whatever. But you need, for this meditation, you need a paper and a pen or a pencil, and you're praying for Gatorade. You guys are funny. Hold on. I'm just going to feel... No. Sorry, I'm glad I fast forwarded. I'm not feeling this one. Hold on. I'm not feeling that one. Give me a second. So while you go get your paper and a pen, is your daughter off from school today? No. Actually, he's off. But we're upset about that. Where I live, they didn't pass it yet. Which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, just gonna put this low. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So Actually, I'm going to hold it up here. All right, so you guys have your paper and your pen. Preferably seating position, okay? And we're going to start this meditation. And this meditation is for the retrograde. This is good for any Mercury retrograde, okay? And this is good to get everything off your mind, like anything, okay? Hey, Jade, how's it going? I was talking about you at the beginning of the live. Everything good, don't worry. Okay. Let's see here. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in, slowly, and exhale. Bring your breath back to normal. Bring your awareness to your breath. We're going to sit in silence for just a moment. And we're going to bring clarity to the fogginess in our mind. How we're going to do that is every time that you have a thought about something, anything at all, you're going to open your eyes and write it down on the paper beside you. And then when you're finished writing it down, you're going to get back to the now. You're going to close your eyes in a seating position, back into this moment. And every time that you have a thought, you're going to write it down, not internalize it. Write it down. Remember to not have any filter. Whether it's positive, negative, don't judge your thoughts, just write them down. Now let's stay in the silence. If you're not having any thoughts, but you're just getting uncomfortable and awkward and saying, why am I sitting in the thoughts? Any thought you have. If you're saying this is uncomfortable, my back hurts, whatever it is, as soon as you have a thought, write it down. Now, as you're writing your thoughts, every time you come back to the now with your eyes closed, bring your awareness to your breath. Every time you're done writing, close your eyes, relax your body, and slowly bring your awareness to your breath. Now, even if you're not done writing, relax into the meditative state. Relax your arms. And we're going to bring our awareness to our body. With your eyes closed, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Again, deep breath in. And exhale. Now slowly relax your body. And do you feel any pain or somewhere in your body where you're feeling uncomfortable? Bring your awareness to that spot on your body. If there's a few spots, then bring your awareness to those spots. I want you to now label them in your mind. And if you can, open your eyes right down. For example, left shoulder, lower back, and write the side where it's hurting on. Mid, back, left or right. Legs, knees, shoulders, head. Write it down if you have any pain anywhere. And if you don't, just stay in the present moment. Now this is important. Close your eyes, palms to the sky. Bring your awareness to the top of your head. Relax your head, your eyes, your eyebrows. Relax your cheeks, your ears, your jaw, your tongue. Relax your jaw a little more. Relax your neck. Release those shoulders. Release them a little more. Feel the energy going down your arms. Relax your hands to the tip of your fingers. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel the energy going down your back and your chest, down your stomach and your lower back. Relax your hips. Feel the energy going down your legs to your knees, all the way down to your feet and your toes. Now, as we inhale, we're going to picture a bright light going in the inhalation. Whether it's your nose or your mouth, just imagine taking a deep breath in. Beautiful, slow, white light coming in your body. And as you exhale, imagine a dark smoke exiting your body. Now, when you take a deep breath in, the white light, imagine it going all aspects of your body, specifically the places where you're in pain. Inhale. Bright white light. And as you exhale, dark smoke exiting your body. You're releasing all the pain, all the tension from your body. Now do this on your own for a little moment. Now what you're going to do is bring your awareness to your ears. I want you to listen to the subtle sounds around you. Whether it's the music, details, or the loud noise that you can hear right now.
Okay, Anna Winter.
Now bring your awareness to that sound. And now imagine the white light entering your body, and as you exhale, release the chaotic sound of your mind. Now, if any sound just appears out of nowhere, something that bothers you and disturbs you, let it happen. Smile and know that we don't have the control, but it's okay. Shed the laughter and the love onto the moments that are unexpected, that are out of our control. Because that's what life is. So although it may be a foggy time right now where things are unclear, unsettled in our mind, in any aspects of our lives, remember to come back to the present moment and smile. Find the gratitude. Find the acceptance of what you're living now. Find the clarity in the fog. Slowly place your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath in through the chest. Slow, deep breath in. And exhale. Relax your arms. And whenever you're ready, slowly open your eyes. So that was funny and really synchronized, coincidental. Did you guys hear the loud noise? That was... So I want to talk to you guys a little bit something before I say anything. I used to do these meditations all the time, and it startled me. Yeah. So the funny part is, people, somebody told me once, they're like, you're channeling. I'm like, what do you mean channeling? You're channeling. When you're channeling is that you're speaking kind of like through your higher self. So if images and words just come to you, it's like somebody who's writing and they just write and they're putting all. When I do meditations, they're always different. They're never the same, and I don't say anything in my mind. I just say it. And this is the funny part, is this time it was so synchronized that I was like, because I said, oh, something told me to bring your awareness to your ears and listen. Bring your awareness to your ears and listen. And all of a sudden, an advertisement came on. So this is not, this is a brand new one that it's like a royalty-free thing. So I was like, bring your awareness to your ears. And all of a sudden the thing went on. I was like, and it shocked me, but it's because I was bringing my awareness to my ears. But actually I thought it was so important, because oftentimes we meditate and your kids come in, mommy, my daddy, ah, and it's like super intense. But then I realized, so I told you guys a few weeks ago, the best thing to do in those moments when we're annoyed is instead of getting annoyed, you laugh. Exactly. When you write, it's coming from your higher self. So it's something that you're channeling. You're channeling something within you. So I'm literally just, it was funny that this was so perfectly timed because I wanted to show you guys a meditation today on shit is going to happen in your life. Things outside of yourself, like the advertisement that just popped up in this thing at the exact time is going to happen. So what happens is that when it happens, what do? Instead of getting irritated and annoyed, I smiled. And I was trying, and it's funny because Wilo wrote, I could see you holding in your laugh, because I was trying not to laugh because to me, it's so perfect. When we were doing, so a lot of you guys don't know, when we were doing the Stephen Greer meditation, and we were all sitting down, and we were doing a guided meditation with Stephen Greer, my dog decided to walk around the house and drink water for like 5 solid minutes. Like, I was like, and I'm laughing because I'm sitting here, we're live on Gaia, and by the way, if you see Gaia, you can, they filmed us meditating, okay? So on where you see Stephen Greer's meditating, they filmed us meditating. And I was smiling because I could hear the dog tick, 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 all around the house, drinking. And it was funny because my boyfriend, who is not an experienced meditator, he was getting irritated. But it's good because you have to understand. He was like, dog, why you have to drink now? And we realized that shit's going to happen in our life. Things are going to happen while you're meditating, while you're driving, while you're this. And if you are somebody who has road rage, is because you expect to drive and the path to be clear all the time. And all of a sudden something happens and somebody cuts you off, and you're easily irritated. You have to understand that whatever happens outside of you, if you smile and go, and you kind of see the laughter and the love and the light into it, it's kind of funny because we can't predict anything. We can't, right? I was trying to look all casual. I didn't want her to judge me. Yeah, so, by the way, if you're meditating or you're doing something and you feel like this is a perfect, write it down. So if your daughter came out and she's like, what are you doing, Mom? Then you could open your eyes and you write down, I think my daughter's judging me and I don't like it. So whatever you're feeling for yourself, I wrote a letter to myself, 45 minutes nonstop. It was your higher self. It's so deep. We can all connect to that higher self, by the way. Okay? Just saying. The rhythm in the day is either good or bad. It's amusing. It's very good to laugh, to just laugh at things. And it's okay to get annoyed sometimes. It's okay. Who yells at bad drivers? So I'm going to let you guys go. I have just a short moment. I'm actually going to upload right now. Like, I have a little bit of time. I'm going to upload right now the meditation so you guys can do it tonight, before bed. You can do it tomorrow. So during this period of Mercury Retrograde, it's good to do anytime, but it's more specific for the Mercury. If you guys want to, and I'm going to try my best to upload this today. So if anybody missed anything of what Mercury Retrograde means, whatever, if you missed it, I'll be uploading it to YouTube. I will try my best. I hope I can do this. Okay, thank you, Jade. Thank you, Cece, and everybody on here. Wilo, hold on. Lee Cohen. And sorry if I'm missing your names, but I'm going to do this right now. Mark. Okay, love you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you for those on YouTube. You can subscribe to my YouTube. I do just a meditation. I don't talk like this, but I do just a meditation every Sunday morning. Well, here Eastern time, 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay, every Sunday, 11 a.m. on YouTube. So if you want to know how to follow me, it's on TanyaBeautyCoach. You can click on my main page, and my YouTube is connected there. You can follow me there, and I do every Sunday morning meditation, and I leave it on there. Okay, bye guys, love you.